Good morning, my lovely people, and welcome back to my channel. So, last time I posted on this channel where I just spoke and where you guys could see me was when I explained that I lost my mom and all the stuff that happened some days after the funeral. So now it's I don't even know. It's is it a week ago I posted that video or something like that? So, you know, I have more of my strength back. I can feel that well, it's funny because it's like feeling that I'm allowing myself to actually be happy again, or to smile and to laugh, and to be my old happy self, which for some reason it took me a while, or it took me some weeks for me to realize also the message that I got from my mother. If you haven't seen what I spoke about, I will link it up here. With that, she said to me that I should live my life to the fullest and that I should celebrate. It was very important for me to celebrate life and be happy and all that. So it took me a while to realize that it's okay to let go of the grief, or to obviously it's important to grieve, and it's something I have done. That's also why I waited a week, if not more, before that I got back to YouTube. So, but a lot of things has happened, and today we are actually going to go to my mom's apartment to empty everything out. So it's, obviously it's going to be strange to do that, but I have been at her apartment after she passed away, but it's still going to be strange to empty everything out and look through everything. So I'm just waiting for the family to gather together and to be there. My brother from Copenhagen really wanted to be there, but obviously they have to work and we are still on a lockdown. So, but I also wanted to show some things that I got, because my earth angel sent me some stuff, and I know that she ordered this, I think it was December, maybe, before that my mom passed away. So it was a perfect gift to actually get in a time of grief and where I was not myself. And one thing that I got was this mug. What do you call this? Coffee mug. I have a Thai latte in it, but it's so brilliant because that it keeps it warm. The funny thing is that I actually have had one of these before, and it's funny how the universe brings you stuff that you have lost, because I got one of these from my ex-boyfriend in France when I lived in France. So when I broke up with him and moved back to Denmark, I obviously couldn't take all my stuff, and he actually got so mad at me, which can't blame him, that he actually burned and threw away all my stuff. So I actually missed this, my old cup, and now I have it back. It's so funny. And it's well fitting, me being a photographer and, doing YouTube, that I have that. I really love this. So again, thank you, girl. The other item that was in the surprise was this deck. Raven's Wand Oracle. It's so beautiful. And again, Raven. You guys know I have something for ravens. I have Revan, my spirit guide. So I have played a little bit around with it, but I just obviously wanted to share it with you guys. It has like a key, like a lock here. So let's just, I'm not going to do a full like showing all this the decks all the cards, because I might do a separate, you know, video for that. But it comes with a book, and the cards are so beautiful. Look at that, green heart healing. And they are very, I mean, I really like this. I really like the pictures. So I actually wanted to, like, with this video, also do a daily reading. I'm gonna use this deck, and I'm gonna use another deck that I actually bought, which is this one. I have been looking at this deck for a long time. So we're going to pull from both decks. And I am going to put time stamps, or whatever you call it, so that it's easier to maneuver. I don't know why I want to say that word so much these days. Around. Another thing that I just want to show you guys, because I spoke about this in my video I made about my mom. I spoke about the ring that I, what you call that if you arve. That's a Danish word. I don't know the word, I will write it, you know. But this ring has been my grandmother's, and she passed it over, can you say that, to my mom. And my mom always told me that, you know, that I should have it one day. So strange that now is that day. It is too big, so I have to get it made smaller. I don't know why my words are so messed up. But yeah, so I have it on here because, again, that's where I can have it. So I'm just gonna see if I can show you guys. But it's amethyst, I believe. If anyone else knows if this is something else, let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's amethyst. Yeah. And I have actually had it on when I did the 2021 readings, because it helps me, which it makes sense, because my mom, like I told you guys, she, you know, did channeling. She channeled through spirit. Can you say that? And she did spiritual work, and, you know, obviously amethyst is one of the most spiritual crystals that you can get. Yeah. So we have this. I'm also today going to do another chapter, and I'm also going to put a clip in that I actually recorded for my Patreons, but I want to share it with you guys because I know it's something that's going to help a lot of you guys, especially now that we are in a new year. So I'm going to put the clip in somewhere here, and again, the description thingy will show when. But let's open up this. This is a deck that I have used for the 2021 predictions. I still have to film Aries and Taurus. If not today, I will do tomorrow. So there is 2 or 3 cards missing, but we will still receive the message. But again, it's green. It's funny with all the green, but it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I love it so much. I mean, oh my god. She-wolf. I can't remember who got this, but there was a zodiac sign that got that card. But okay, let's take this one and shuffle it and then see what messages there is. I feel like there was a lot of things that I want to tell you guys, like what happened, but yeah. One thing, it's so funny. So at the graveyard, you know, all the flowers got put down after, and my niece actually, her school is actually at the other side of the church, which is a bit creepy, the graveyard. So she wanted to visit, our our mom, our mutti, as we called her, and she got, she was so sad when she came over there because it looked like someone, destroyed everything. Like all the flowers were like cut off, and most of them were gone. And she called her mom to say that someone cut off all the roses. So obviously my family called the graveyard or whatever you call it, and they were like, well, yeah, we have problems with deers. That the deers in the night when it's calm and there's no people, they eat the flowers. Which, one of my brothers are very, very mad about it, which makes sense because, first of all, it's expensive flowers. Second of all, it looked uh respectless. Oh, I don't know how to, you guys know what I mean. It really looked bad. And this is like 2-3 days after the funeral. So yeah, but I also had this like, well, it's deers, it's baby deers, or like it's nature. And you guys know that a deer is actually like a sign from a spirit guide coming to visit you if you see that. So I was like, well, I don't think my mom minds it. And then I heard my mom say, I don't mind it because it's actually pretty beautiful to get visited by a deer. So yeah. So they are actually, because it's a problem that they have had for a long time. I don't really know why they haven't done anything about it. Because again, I had a tingling sensation. I heard someone say, doesn't matter. I know. But they talked about that they in the future want to fence in the graves in the beginning, so that the flowers are obviously not going to be disturbed. Because again, yeah, one thing is that I'm here like, well, it's beautiful with a baby deer coming to eat the flowers, but it's traumatic for other people to come to be in grief and then come to their loved one's grave and see destruction. One thing that's very interesting, the only flower that was not eaten was the flower that I had put on the casket, the flowers from Kiri and her family and from my earth angel. Very interesting to think about. But then I googled and I actually found out that you can spray something on flowers that makes the deers or animals not eat them. So I sent it to my brother's wife because he is working at another church, and she knows a lot about flowers. So I was like, well, in the future maybe we can spray that on the flowers so that it's still, beautiful. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to explain. Oh, there's 2 cards that fell out, so I feel this is for us. Walk with wings. Wow. Look at the bumblebees. 1515. One thing that I'm very happy about during this time is that the sun starts to shine now. And it gets lighter outside. It's something that I really needed during this time of grief. And normally I'm actually someone who enjoys the darkness, or if, the sun stays away. But I actually learned to appreciate the sun and the lights. Yeah. The power of words. Whoa, look at the spiders. Itsy bitsy spider. Powerful. Very, it's 2 different cards, 2 different entities. She's actually walking on thorns, which is interesting. And with her face, she's a little bit more, maybe not bitter, but a little like, maybe, it could be this energy that we have been in a situation where we have been a little bit more grumpy or a little bit more sad, and we all know what that energy does to us, that we end up becoming more sad, and it eats us up also if we are carrying, the camera stopped, also if we are carrying some kind of hurt inside of us, and we are not opening up or talking about it or speaking about it. So do I hear something? then we get a little bitter. I feel like it just got darker. What happened? So I feel that even though we have been through pain or hurt or sadness, there's forgiveness, and with forgiveness we realize the hard work that we have done, and the sun starts to shine. It's actually interesting with the lilies, because that is the flower that was a part, I think that is the flowers that was a part of the bouquet that I made from those two bouquets. Yeah. So again, this like, it was actually among all this destruction, there was the flowers that actually still was there. So yeah, I feel that's very symbolic. I'm going to take the book just to see if there is something else, but I need a sip of my highlighter. But I start to feel myself again, which is nice. Obviously, I'm still missing her, and I still have moments where I find stuff or where I remember stuff. You know, where I get very, very sad. Which, again, I'm learning to open up and show my emotions, which I have never done before. And it's also to teach you guys and show you guys that it's okay to be vulnerable. Because I feel like a lot of us are afraid to actually show our emotions, which I actually feel these two cards show pretty good with this card. The power of words, obviously with manifestation. If you talk in a low vibration, you are manifested. The power of words. Tradition says that the weaver of faith is a great spider known as the timekeeper. By delivering him heartfelt notes, I'm going to show you guys because probably will pronounce it wrongly. What? Look. Can influence her faith. Of all harmony achievements, language is perhaps the greatest gift. Words of power, one said. They cannot be taken back. True. So maybe some of you guys have been in a situation where you have been mad at someone. Don't dwell in that. Okay, let's just check out the last one to see if there is something. Lake walks a narrow and spiky path, but she's relaxed and confident. That's what we go through. Maybe it's because she has no fear of falling, thanks to her wings. We all need metaphorical wings, a steady partner, relative, a friend. Yet Lake isn't reminding you of your wings, but the gift of being someone else's. Is there someone in your life who needs lifting? Oh, that's actually interesting. I wonder if it is because that you have that could also be that this is someone else in your life who's a little grumpy or sad, and you could actually help her with words. So if someone is negative or sad around you, don't push them, but try to lift them up. Then let's see what we can get with this. What else can we get? But it's very significant. Whoa, okay. That is so interesting. I was looking at this card and it just jumped out. Mountains, stand your guard. No matter what's happening. Wise one, grow within your current situation. Yeah, well, we are going through situations right now, right? Because again, it is January, and 2021 with the Age of Aquarius is really trying to push us into realizing where we're going now, to speak our truth, to stuff being revealed. Truths are coming out about people. But sometimes we actually sit with the truth. So maybe you are the one who needs to speak the truth about someone because you could help other people with that. who maybe are in the same situation as you. Again, be vulnerable, show your emotions, talk about it. Like if you have been together with someone who was abusive, or if you have been wronged by a company, or whatever this is, speak up about it. And it's interesting, I will link this video up here, because I've been following Michael Petherick, who has the Doing It Ourselves. If anyone out there is following him, let me know. He's very creative, and I have felt there was something wrong. The way that he acted, and he's been wronged, and he spoke up about it without naming any words, but I actually found out what it was about. And if you guys want to know what it's about, because it's about a big TV production with a chateau that really, I mean, when I heard that, I don't want to support that again. I don't. If people wrong other people, I can't take that. My Libra in me is really, want to stand up for other people. But I feel that that's something that's actually happening all over the world. That truths are being revealed, stuff is coming out. And I feel that's also what, the message is about today. Wrapped in other details or wrapped in other energies. So maybe you also have a friend who's coming to you and, speaking the truth, like, hey, I'm actually in a bad relationship, or I'm not feeling good, or, this person did me wrong, or this happened to me 12 years ago, or whatever it is, speaking our truth, opening up our hearts. I feel that's something that we are doing. And it's very, very powerful. I also see it on YouTube, that small YouTubers, big YouTubers, they speak about their mental health. They speak about how they really feel, which is so powerful and magical. I don't know if you are watching, but there's one specific girl that I've followed for the longest time, and it is it the Cosmic Crow? I might say it wrong, but I'm going to post her channel up here because I want you guys to also go show her support, because she's, I don't know, but the first time that I saw one of her videos, I felt there was something. So, who knows, maybe I'm going to collab with her in the future. But she made a video where she also spoke her truth about her feelings and how she feels. And it's something that I see everywhere now, which is so beautiful, because I see it as a lot of us are standing in a field. And in the beginning, this field is gray. We are gray. And then one person looks up and starts speaking. And this person's heart chakra opens up. And this green light, infuses this person. And it touches the person next to, ringing in the ear, this person. And then this person speaks up. And it continues like it's everywhere. It's something I feel that's been coming for the past 2 years, that people's heart chakra is being opened up, and we actually allow ourselves to show feelings and talk about things, which is interesting with the green here. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded, which is interesting because, again, stand your ground and you will grow from this situation. I mean, whoa. Again, we are climbing the mountain. I actually feel, and it's something that I saw in the vision, I think it was in December, I spoke about something where this Age of Aquarius shift, like I saw that I'm actually on the top of the mountain, so, and now I have to get down again. So there's still going to be things that we need to learn and stuff, but we actually climbed the mountain. We just have to go down now and be in the new world and energy and whatever else it is. Pretty badass. Try to keep the rest of it warm. It is very magical. Yeah. If you guys are like quiet for a moment, if you allow yourself to be quiet, you can feel this calm coming over you. like a cold breath that's surrounding you, and you start to feel this warm sensation in your heart. Yeah, totally zoning out. Okay. But should we, you know what, I'm actually going to put in the clip now from where I'm talking about our runners, your spirit runners, your um, runner guides, whatever you want to call it, and then I'm going to see you guys after with a lesson. Today I thought, why not talk about what we call runners. Some people call them spirit guide runners, spirit runners, runner guides. And there's a difference between your spirit guides that you're always working with and these runner guides, because these runner guides are just there temporary. They come into our life for specific reasons. They are always ready to help us, but sometimes we actually forget that there is such a thing as spirit runners or runner guides, because they are always available. And I also feel that sometimes we actually ask them for help without knowing, because when you are in a situation where you're looking for your car keys and you have a moment where you are aware or unaware of actually asking for help to find those keys, they are there to, run out and find out where they are. They are also there to give you extra energy, protection, to guide us in the direction of the right path. They're there to help us when it comes to love, when it comes to healing, whatever awareness that you're looking for. Whatever is needed most, they are there to help and guide us. And as soon as this area of your life has been resolved, or you have found what you needed, or that you have been healed, their tasks are completed and they are leaving as quickly as they came in. And sometimes runners can also be more than one person at a time, just as our angels and our spirit guides can. They also work together with our spirit guides, because obviously our guardian angels and spirit guides are the ones that knows us better. So they ask them for help if there is anything. Ask them for their expertise, I guess you can say. Finding out what is best for us. And the easiest way for you to get in contact with these runner guides or spirit runners is to simply ask a question, because they're always ready. And one thing that I always try to explain to you guys is that most of the times, also when you do tarot readings, your angels and guides in the spirit worlds and the universe knows your questions before you actually physically ask the question. So don't complicate your question to your runners or to your spirit guides or the universe. Just, get into a state where you're calm, do some meditation before, and then just ask whatever it is that you need. There's no limits. And it's important to open up yourself to this energy, because you have a very magical connection when it comes to your runners. And one story that I have told in another reading that I did about manifestation is that me and a friend was driving to an area where there's always a lot of cars. There's never really parking, especially not if it's in the weekends. But before we drove off into the city, I asked my runners to make sure that we had a free parking place close to where we needed to be. And I remember that my friend was very negative about it, like all the way down to that area. She was, complaining about like, oh, we are never going to find a parking spot. And I kept telling her that, it will work out. It's already figured out. And when we came to the place, obviously there was a lot of cars. And at the moment we drove into the parking place, there was someone driving out. So yeah, that was a free parking place at the perfect area. So this is just an example for how runners work. It's a part of manifestation. Like if you wake up in the morning where your mind is more vulnerable, so you manifest very quickly in the morning and in the evening before you go to sleep,
If you ask for a cup of coffee, if you think about coffee or you think about sunshine, it's going to happen. Your runners will make sure that it will appear or it will come to you. Obviously, because sunshine is very healing for us. So it's a part of your healing. It's a part of you feeling good. And that is the most important for runners, to make us feel good. So it's very handy to have these runners in our life. And it's more important for us to remember that we actually have these runners. And don't be afraid to ask them for help, because again, that's their job. That's what they like to do. They run ahead and they help us find things that we have lost, things that we have misplaced. They connect you to things that you seek, such as apartments, items that are on sale, like I spoke about in my last episode with the dress. Like if you see a dress somewhere and you want to manifest it, you feel good about it, and your runners and spirit guides and the universe will make sure that it comes into your life. And runners are spirits who are very close to the earth, to nature. Again, they are in the wind, they are in the warmness of the sun. They are in the earth, the stars, the moon, the air, the wind, everything, the trees. And sometimes these runners can be spirit who was here on earth. So they know our earthly concerns, they know what we need, they feel your energy. And again, like I said, they're connected to earth, they're connected to the outside. So it's very important to be outside. It's very important to take a moment just to step out or open a window and just, feel the breeze or the warmness from the sun, and then just ask, feel. They know the territory that you live in. So obviously, if you are from India, you will have Indian runners. If you're from Germany, you will have German runners. If you're from Australia or New Zealand, or, even down to a city like New York or whatever it is, they can help you. And if you're looking for example, if you are in one country and you're looking for something in another country, you can call in runners from that area to help. So they really help you put magic on your path. They make you see the beauty in the area that you live in, or they help you see the beauty in where you are guided towards, where your heart is trying to call you to, or what your heart is trying to make you aware of. So if you have a day where you feel a little bit off and you're suddenly having this rush of this uplifting energy, this warmness, like suddenly you just feel like, hey, everything is going to be okay, I feel good. That is the runners giving you this magic, making you feel good and making you see what you need to see. Also, if you are in a new city and you find yourself being lost or something like that, the runners in that area help you find your way. They help you find the right restaurant where they know that you can feel good, or the right hotel. It's magical because, like I said, the runners are linked together with the land, wherever you are, in whatever country, whatever city, whatever area. They know that place. They're not really connected to you. They're more connected to the surroundings. So no matter where you are, if you, again, like I said, if you are in a new city and you feel lost or you feel sad, call upon the runners that are connected with that area so they can help you. And like I said, you can use the runners in this way of sending them ahead. So ask them, hey, I'm going out shopping in 2 hours. Could you please run out and find the perfect sales for me? Or if you are out looking for a date, send your runners out finding the right date for you, or the right people that you want to connect with, whatever items that you want to find. Again, there's no limits to what you can ask them. That is the magic behind runners. You can even use them when you dream. Send them ahead. Ask them for help when it comes to solving problems. And runners come in all shapes, sizes, colors. But they have 3 things in common. They are quick and they do not waste time helping when you are asking for help. They are strongly connected to earth, nature. They come from past lives, like I said. They don't really speak, but they act if you ask them politely. Sometimes you can even see outlines, or you can see orbs, or you can see, again, birds, or just animals in general, butterflies. They love to appear as butterflies or birds. So why not start today with working with your runners? Ask them for help. The easiest thing here is simply to, again, be calm. Don't be stressed, because now that they are connected with the earth, they do best in a calmer energy and a higher vibration. So if you feel stressed, it's not the best way of connecting with them. So you need to just, again, take a moment to ease in, relax a little bit, breathe slowly, and speak to them in a softly voice. And you don't have to speak loudly, but you can just speak from your inner voice. But again, remember to do it with softness. Be polite. Be respectful. They like when you say please and thank you. Don't give them orders, but again, just, be like, hey, could you help me with this, please? It would be amazing if you could send me in the right direction, or help me with this, or help me with that. And once you have asked for what you need or what you want, just, relax, sit back, stop thinking about it for at least 20 minutes after. Because the moment that you shut your brain off, the runners are going to move in and get you going to the right direction. Because if you stop and you think, the moment is lost. And I feel like this couldn't be more true, because that in order for you to work with your runners, you really have to be willing to allow your instinct to be more flexible without hesitation. And again, the last thing is obviously to, if they have helped you, if you have received or found what you looked for, it's very important to thank them, because that is what they really appreciate. It's like our spirit guides and our guardian angels. They do like if we say thank you, because there is a lot of power in the words thank you. So I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about runners, because I feel it's very important for us during this time to have runners. And I am going to put this on Patreon first, and then after I am going to also put this on my YouTube channel. But for you lovely Patreons, obviously this is going to be available to you guys first. So again, thank you guys so much for the support, especially during this time of healing for me. I have used my runners a lot the past 2 weeks, and they never let me down. Never. So I just wanted to come on here and make a video about it, because it's a magical thing to work with runners, because again, they're not connected with you, they're connected with the area that you are in, or the area where you are seeking things from. But again, thank you guys so much. So welcome back. I hope you guys learned something new. Again, use this technique because it's magical. But let's see what we are on. Oh, that's interesting. The lamp of knowledge. And I feel like we are, it kind of looks like we are learning something about chakras. There is an amazing quote that I came across while researching inner vision, and it came from the Bible, Matthew 6:22. I don't know how to explain that. The eye is the lamp of the body. So then, if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. Yeah? True. Your third eye is a lamp of knowledge. It's the space within you that helps you move into and embrace your light body. Your light body is the true you. It's your soul body. And when you really acknowledge, understand, and accept that light within you, everything that seems separate from you will be restored to you. I have learned through my study and the Indian in spiritual text that the Tantras, Vedas, and Upanishads, it sounds German, Schatz.
that the third eye is the most sacred of the chakras because it's the space where all of the different aspects of the spiritual anatomy, meaning in the ear again, join together. It's where masculine and feminine energy join to create a sense of oneness and a connection to the soul. I feel a lot of us, we are really opening up for our third eye. And I say that while I'm looking at the psychic tarot cards, so opening up for psychic abilities, which I feel it's very important when it comes to balancing our masculine and feminine energy, because I know from myself that people have always told me, like psychic has always told me that I need to balance out my feminine energy because I have too much masculine energy. So I feel we are stepping into this balance when it comes to our masculine and feminine energy within us. And that's why we are... The camera died again. And that's why we are... And that's... Whoa. And that's why we are able to perceive soul energy, vibrational energy, and the divine from this space. What I'm basically saying is when we repair all the other chakras, as we have been doing in the last 50 or so lessons. Again, I have a playlist up here if you want to see the other lessons that I have made. We allow the energy of our soul self and the divine to move through our entire spiritual DNA. As mentioned earlier, energy flows from Muladhara, the root chakra, at the base of the spine up through the rest of the chakras via the Sushumna channel, while masculine and feminine energy known as Pingala and Ida crisscross each other as they rise to the top of the 6 major chakras, arcanas, and join at the third eye center. Energy moving up through the chakras. That is very interesting. It's time to activate your lamp of knowledge. Today, set your intention to activate your third eye center in order to access and accept and express the vibes that moves through you. That is what we're doing. I'm going to show you guys the little quote, you can say, so you guys can just pause it and read it. Yeah. And next time we are talking about opening up your third eye. Ooh. But I feel this is going to be everything for today so that I can get ready. And, you know, I feel like emptying out her apartment is like the last chapter of that. And then something new opens up. Because I feel like a lot of us, we are closing down a lot of chapters in our life. And sometimes we do need to close down some chapters, even though that we sometimes don't want to, because again, it's connected to the past and it's connected to memories. So maybe that's a lesson for some of you. Maybe that's something that's blocking your third eye from opening up. I have said that before. Sometimes we have a tendency to keep like old papers from maybe a case or a hospital or debt or whatever it is. You know, we sometimes keep them because that, you know, it's something that happened, so maybe we need them. But one thing that I did some years ago is that I actually burned all that has to do with debt or, you know, whatever has happened, whatever I had, also stuff from my ex-boyfriend. I burned it because it's not a part of my future, so I needed to really release it, and that really ended that chapter and made me step into something new. And I feel that's something that's also happening with us now, because again, Age of Aquarius. I will link the Age of Aquarius video up here if I haven't already. But it is very important, and now that we are soon stepping into the full moon in Leo, I believe it is, I feel it's important for us to fix that first. But I will say thank you guys so much for being a part of this video. Might be a longer one, but again, if I have something to say, I have something to say. And another thing, before I forget that, I just want to say thank you so much to people who donated to my mom's funeral to help us, and for the stone. I am going to dedicate an episode where I'm going to film when we, put the stone up and all this stuff, but I don't think it's going to be before April or in the summertime, because there's something about that. The dirt has to settle. I don't know what you call that. Go down, because it goes down. There's something around that. So if there's other people out there, if you want to donate, if you want to help us, all information is down below with donations, because it really helps out so much. Yeah. So again, thank you for people who has been so, generous. It's been shocking. I don't want to get emotional with people who donated, and when I showed my father the donations, he broke down and cried, and he's someone who's never cries. So it meant so much for me, it meant so much for my family. So again, thank you so much for people who did that. And again, if you are not able to donate, don't worry, it's okay. Just you watching this, you liking and sharing my videos and subscribing and watching the ads on my videos, it helps me out as well. It helps us out during this time. And again, it doesn't matter how much the donations are on, but I just wanted to say thank you. And again, you guys are still able to help if you want to help. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and a big thank you from my father and my 3 older brothers. But yeah, again, if you're in need of a private reading, healing session, or removal of blocks, all information is down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!